This will be the 16th video in my WordPress training series located at www.skeeterz71.com. In this video, we're going to learn how to add images from other websites and add videos from places like YouTube to your WordPress post or pages. It will work on either one. Right, the first thing I want to do is I want to look at the images themselves and so you can see how they're actually handled in WordPress. Let's look at the image gallery we did in a previous video, and we're just going to view this one. You'll notice that these images are all boxed in. The images themselves don't sit on the HTML page. They are pulled into that container through a source link. So the image is actually sitting somewhere else and pulled into that space from a reference link. And I'll show you what that is here in just a sec. So this first thing we want to do is we want to add media. And we want to go to insert from URL to your left here. And I've picked out an image from my website where these videos are actually posted at. This is something I drew in Illustrator. Now it is kind of important to make sure you have the rights to use other people's images. And if you do have the rights to use other people's images, it's typically required to post a link back to the page that the image is residing on. If it's not required, it is good internet etiquette to do so. So I want this image here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to properties, and I'm going to grab the image URL. This is the source URL for that image. You'll see what I mean here in just a second. Okay. And there's that image. That is the source URL. That's what we want to get this image into this post. So we're going to put that, and I'm going to put a title or a caption. I'm going to give myself credit, created. Alright, and I'm just going to go ahead and use this as my alt text as well. So I'm giving credit to the author. Now you have the options to left, center, right align, or none. I'm just going to go ahead and use none. Now on image URL, this is where you would give credit if you wanted to the person who's hosting the image. And we want to use a custom URL. And with that custom URL, I want to go to the actual page that's hosted on. Now, sometimes you have to chop off a little bit. We don't need this right here to get that URL. We want to go ahead and cut that off. That on this particular site has to do with the shopping cart. So just be sure you edit down your URL. Sometimes you have to get the actual page that image is hosted on. And we're going to put that there. And now we're going to insert into post. We'll save the draft. And we will preview. You'll notice the image is there. Credits given. I could click here, go to the source page, and there's the source page. So that's how you add an image. Now let's go back to the same post, and most people, or a lot of people, like to put videos on their website. So we're just going to put a video up underneath this from YouTube. Let's go to YouTube here. I'll just grab one of my videos for an example. Let's grab this one. You just go simply. There's a couple different ways to do this.
Understand.
There's a couple different ways to do this. The first way is just grab that URL that shows up when you first click share. Go to your text view, not your visual view, but your text view. Put that in there just like that. Now you'll notice if you go to your visual view, you'll just see the URL. That's fine. You save the draft. because WordPress is smart enough to know that that's a YouTube video. Show you what happens. Now, if you put that URL, you notice the video is there. If you put that URL in visual view, when you do this, all you're going to see is the URL. It has to be done in text view. Another way, which is what we would call the old way, is just go ahead and just copy and paste the embed here. But you could do it either way. The old way is still fine to do it that way. And of course, you can go back, and once you have your video in, you could add text below, above. Let's save that, and do it just like any other post. So you got my text here above and below. So you could do that just like any other post. One last thing I want to show you, if you'll notice the image we put here, I just want to show you because the image is hosted somewhere else. It's not actually going to be in your media library. You'll notice it's not in that library anywhere. It's still residing at the original page. WordPress does not put it in your library because it actually belongs to another website. And that's all there is to adding external images and videos from other websites.